Welcome. You with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another read from the fall of America. Very controversial, not contradicting, very controversial book. The minister Elijah Muhammad presented to the world that I want to really, stand on, want to really believe is a help tool. You feel what I'm saying? A help tool. A individual help tool. You get me? I'm not saying you can't discuss it in a group. I'm not saying that. But who like the fingers being pointed to them of the blame? You understand what I'm saying? Don't nobody like that. So I, say it again to you. A individual help tool that you may realize your part. You get me? Your kids even play a part in this. You get what I'm saying? I learned a long time ago. You are a reflection of your parents. You are a reflection of your environment. You are a reflection of whom you pray. And that's how easy it is for me to understand we are made in the image. That's another way. I've been explaining to you the first way was studying with the 5%ers, and I've already touched down in the Holy Bible and read the image part, and then to hear it again in the 5%ers culture. I said, you know something? Okay, we are gods then. We really are. And it's more to just saying it. It's more than just what, 4 letters? If you want to get on an individual 3 letters, it's more to it than that. You got what I'm saying? When you read about the before Christ gods, you understand what made them a god? Strength. The ability to have knowledge and wisdom. You understand me now? The ability to have knowledge and wisdom. Look, we moving into chapter 22, and this should be a good one for the black community. I mean, this should be a good one. You need to sit your little son down. Your child is about in their middle 20s, maybe touching 30. Sit them down and just let them read the title, because the title of chapter 22 is Savagery of America. Now I'm going to say this to you, you know what I mean? We have glamorized the word savage, haven't we? Everybody want to be a savage. We have glamorized the word gorilla. You understand what I'm saying? If you check out the evolution of man, why you want to be a gorilla? Why? Because that's a way of displaying physical strength, right? That's a way of displaying a big person, right? But big person, but your mind ain't bigger than a mustard seed. You right, you are a gorilla. You are so right. You are. No brains but a body. How far that gonna take you? How far is it gonna take you? It ain't gonna take you but so far. You understand what I'm saying? Look, you with the nasty pastor. I'm gonna see if I can push all the way through this. You understand what I'm saying? It is nothing but 5 pages. So I'm gonna see if I can push all the way through this and we can get into chapter 23. So let's proceed. The great country of America and her great richness, great institutions and her great towns and cities spread out like a blanket over the surface of the Western Hemisphere, with her tall buildings going upward over 100 stories. The great architects and building engineers have become such experts at building to precision that it makes their past history of 2,000 and 4,000 years ago look like child's play. Does it not? Does it not look like child's play? Does it not? Compare when you go and you look at the architectural structures of Kemet, of Africa, of Syria. Well, I can't even say Syria because I'm puzzled how they took mountains and chiseled a home. You understand? Really chiseled a home, a window, a doorway. I'm really, you know what I mean? I'm really puzzled by that. You got what I'm saying? That was some other stuff besides moving stones. You get it? Let's go and dig more deep into this. Her land is shadowed with the wings of her many planes which cover her most like a cloud. The great and wonderful work of science on the earth and in the air, her great mighty fleets afloat on the high seas, on the surface and below the surface. Her great scientific mechanical communication system. Yet with all of this might of skill in engineering or building, the country of America displays and practices more savagery than any civilized country on the earth. And all of her educational institutions are not enough to make a man so intelligent and proud of his education and of being an American citizen that he would not practice the same savagery. There is no such thing as law and order. The law is disregarded as though it were thrown in the jungle to be carried out by savage beasts. Murdering, killing, robbery, raping, and drug addiction are the only law and order that is respected. Now let me say this to you again, you know what I mean? I can't go no further. I can't go no further without speaking. So this is going to end up to being a two-part read. See, the help of Islam, the help of any culture, any ignorancy will go against the laws of the land. You get me? The laws of the land tell you you're not to rape, rob, steal, kill, nor sell drugs. But there are people out here that say, who laws are them? Because I don't live by them laws, right? Right? So there's a miseducation somewhere in Islam, right? So I can't blame that on America. I can't blame that on the American institution because Islam is not an American culture. That's a foreign culture that you brought into our land. You understand what I'm saying? Our land. I was born here. So this part of my land also. Understand? Get it? Do we all get this part of it? There's a miseducation in all cultures that you're not realizing that you're trying to fight a government system that you allow. You understand what I'm saying? You allow people to teach your congregation this buffoonery. Get me? And then you go out here and speak and you want someone of intelligence to stand in your buffoonery. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Let's proceed. It has become such a country that the civilized man of intelligence and decency is afraid to walk the streets of the vast towns and cities of America. He will be more secure in the jungles around and in the midst of wild beasts than to be walking in the streets of these great cities in America after night. Groups of robberies and murderers, killers, and dope addicts are prowling the streets after night to exact their evil intentions upon the innocent. This is a mob of savages that the intelligent and decent women should not dare venture out among. And if we see such women walking around, they are part of this savage people. Now what we going to do right there? Now let's proceed. It has become dangerous even for the girl and woman to be standing alone in any unprotected place, day or night. Rapists lurking around bus stations and robbers also and thieves are at such stations and with such conditions existing in a so-called civilized country like America. This is the worst name that could be applied to her. police, detectives, and FBI are all here. But these darn savages acts are committed right before their eyes and ears. That's the end of this chapter. Read. You got what I'm saying? And this what I was gonna stop and explain to you right quick. You got what I'm saying? Where we at? 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 Come on. Come on. Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And we don't have too much more time left. But this is what I was gonna say. You know, we all know the Contra Act. We all know what the Contra stuff was about. It's presumed and it's said and it's been proven that America let another country in to feed drugs to the slums and to the to any American citizen that wanted to consume in drugs. Cool, fine and dandy. Just because Freeway Ricky Ross did it doesn't mean that it's right for you to do. Just because Freeway Ricky Ross in the ongoing criminal acts he was doing had the CIA, had part of our government protecting him, does not mean it was right for what he done. Because as you see, he served time at the end of the day, right? Right? And see how you're perceiving this? This is how your mind perceives this. The government ain't nothing. They're going to go out, do this, do that, affect the black community, and then lock him up for this stuff. Then lock him up for this stuff. You never protected yourself. And when Freeway Ricky Ross went to protect himself, come on now, the man had bodies. He may not have been the shooter, but the man had bodies. You get what I'm saying? Now that everything is going wrong, you won't talk about it. That's why he couldn't win his case in court. See, from day one, when he got that first brick, that first load through, you know, he could have told then and blew America out the roof. You understand what I'm saying? But he went years living off this criminal act. If he had any sense for real, he would have took that first load, made what he could make, and disappeared. Disappeared. You understand me? Have you ever heard of Frank, I think his name Frank Matthews? I think that's his name. It said the plane went down. He had indictments from everywhere coming on. And I believe the plane went down. And they found the pilot, but they ain't find him. You get me? If he didn't die of natural causes, then he's still alive right now and the government don't protect him. You understand what I'm saying? They don't protect him. Whatever he said to the government, they said this is the way we're going to have to do this. You feel me? And if it's not the government that protected him, believe me, he figured a way to get out of what he was in. You understand what I'm saying? To be honest with you, and I'm going to share some real knowledge with you how evil this game can be. He might have made that plane go out of control, crash, so that there would be no one physically alive to tell you where he's at, where he went to. He might have had a car waiting for him. He might have had a boat waiting for him. He might have already had another plane waiting for him. You understand what I'm saying? You better think ahead when you're in your buffoonery. You better prepare ahead when you're in your buffoonery. Look, you know who I am. I am the nasty pastor. Get me? I am. I love you, and I'm out.